Namaste. Today I'm going to talk about, can you get enlightened in one lifetime? Now, many people have that fascination of wanting to get enlightened in this lifetime itself. It is wonderful, it is very noble, and there is nothing wrong in that. But is it achievable? Is it at all achievable by many people? The problem with the so called Westerners is they have a very messed up living. Now, many of them have broken families, many of them have broken marriages, many of them have broken childhoods, and they come to search for a peace of mind, which means the Ikaloka Sukha is not fulfilled there. Now, many of them have a huge problem with this itself. If you see people who come into the spiritual life, the so called people who go into the spiritual life in India, many people have a messed up career. The career is not doing well and they are getting burdened, or they could have done a business in which they are becoming a failure, and so they want to escape the world. I will challenge you. There are many people who want to start business and want to become very successful after leaving a job. In the same manner, it is like saying, I want to get enlightened. Many people, in fact 99.99% of the people, do not get enlightened. Forget about it. They do not even know to do the sadhana. Many of them get very angry, very upset, and they have a wrong guru who misguide them very completely across. Now, I'll give you an example. There was a man in the internet who came to me through a WhatsApp group and he asked me what is Nyasa. In fact, I went and explained to him completely about the Nyasa. He is from Macau. Macau is an island which is close to Hong Kong. Now, because you are from Macau and you are from Hong Kong, you are a holy kata. After that, he wanted to learn fully about the Nyasa, and I told him that it is not possible to teach. You have to learn the Devata Yoga, which is part of the class. Now, he didn't want to learn it. He was simply asking me the question, oh, can you tell somebody who will teach it? I told, I do not know somebody will teach it. There are many people who do not know what is Anganyasa, Karanyasa. Now, there are people who are listening to this video, many people will not know what is Anganyasa, Karanyasa. These are psychic shielding which is there as a person. Now, what happened? This guy got very offended and he told like, no, you are not fit enough to serve. It is very, very simple. You are very egoistic about it. You are not even thankful that I explained to you what is Nyasa, what are the uses of Nyasa. I am telling for your own good. So many people, spiritual receptivity is not there. They want to make it as a hobby, an escape route, as a social badge. There was one lady whom I met. She says, I'm doing sadhanas, sir. I'm doing sadhanas. Now the point is, I ask her, Ma, what is the sadhanas are you doing? Are you sitting down in the evening and morning? Are you doing prayers across? The point is, no. Most of these people do not have a regular spiritual practice and routine. They have a huge problem with that itself. They don't have a discipline, they don't have a focus, they are actually messed up with many things across. There was a lady whom I met in Tiruvannamalai. Her name was Madhu Crystal, or at least that's what her name is. I do not know what is the foreign name is. When she was leaving the place, everybody was clapping that she had to leave the place. And the last few days of her journey in Chennai, she was staying in my house. She created such a ruckus, such a fight, huge emotional storm. And one day, She was very mentally disturbed and she was going through a depression. She expected me to come and tell her, oh, you're very depressed. But I told it is Amavas and that is why your brain marbles have gone away. So don't waste your time. Simply light your lamp and do it across. She got very offended because she is meant to do some catharsis across. No, this is the problem with many people. They do not have guru, they do not have sadhana, they are very egoistic about it. All the time they are learning everything from YouTube and Google. They don't want to listen to any good advice, and obviously they do not have any spiritual routine or practice. Karma is such a complicated theory. Karma is a Sanskrit word. The theory of karma is used as a shield against all the pain. Anybody is suffering in their life, immediately they say it is due to your karma, due to your past life karma. The law of karma is very, very simple. That you can use karma vipak to make money in your life. How somebody cured of the diseases using a very important principle of karma vipak. How do you heal relationship? You do an action, you see the repercussion of the action. That is the law of karma. A minimum of 5 to 8 hours of practice is required if you are going to do anything with your sadhana. Now, if you are not going to have any kind of spiritual routine, what is the use of talking about, oh, I want to get enlightened, I want to get out of all these people across? Because the life is horrible, their life is messed up. There are many people who are poor compared to the Indians itself. I have seen too many times this thing happening. They talk about Indians cheating them. In fact, they are the one who are very, very exploitative and manipulative. In the age of internet, I see a lot of YouTube videos which has been put, which is very good. I'm not telling learn, but practice is more important. So don't get carried away by telling, oh, I'm very spiritual, I'm a very holy cat, I have gray hair, I actually look good, and I have a long beard, oh, I'm doing sadhanas. Rubbish. It is outright rubbish. I saw in Coimbatore ashram, after I spoke in the video, they put a Mayurasan. One person among the lakhs of people who had probably come for learning yoga, only one person is able to do Mayurasan. Like that, these people have a lot of ego problem. There's a guy who came and said, I'm actually doing yoga, Ashtanga yoga, and some kind of a practice. I told him, boss, leave it at that. Do 2500 Nadi Shuddhi every day for 48 days. And then you come back and talk to me about you doing the sadhana. And immediately he blocked my number itself. The main reason is they are not doing sadhana. It is they want to do all the time discourse. There is nothing to talk in the sadhana. So please understand, if you are going to learn things because of the internet, because of the YouTube, you have to understand something, that it is the sadhana. In fact, I was writing in a blog about some kind of a group. about astrology and Nadi astrology. Now, one guy was a Westerner. Immediately he wrote one thing. I want to meet a person who is not so famous but who knows very well astrology. Now, this is a contradiction. The entire group is discussing about it. These kind of silly ego is being carried across. You don't have a traditional knowledge. You don't have a background. Just because you chant few slokas, it does not mean you're going to get enlightened. So please understand this problem. You need to have focus, you need to have spiritual discipline and routine, and you need to do it day in and day out. It is difficult, it is sickening, it is actually not easy. It is like studying for first rank. So please get rid of the idea that you will get enlightened in this lifetime itself. If somebody is going to peddle you with that idea that saying, oh, this area itself you will get moksha, you just look into your life. Life is horrible. You don't have money. You don't have necessity things in your life. So you want to escape from the life. So that is why people peddle this idea of saying, oh, you will get enlightened. You need discipline. You need focus. There are people who do 14, 15 hours of sadhana. If you are not going to do the sadhana, what is the use of telling about it? And these kind of attitude, you don't have an attitude to serve and all that. Okay, we don't have an attitude to serve. I don't know how to serve you. Maybe I'm not that 5-star hotel who will massage you. Western people love massage. Western people love discourse. It is very difficult for them to sit down and do the sadhana. It is the same thing what I have seen with many Indian people. The main reason why people fail in the sadhana is because they don't practice. You can learn one technique and go on practicing in your life and you will perfect many things across. Now, many people cannot put their faith in a single technique or a single guru and go on practicing in their life. Without practicing, how can you do it? So get rid of the idea that you will get enlightened in this lifetime itself. Oh, I'm having Ketu Dasha, I'm going to get enlightened. Nothing is far from the truth. It is like my daughter who says, will I pass because my sir has appreciated me today? No, only today a sir has appreciated. There are 10 days he has told you. You are a muff, you have not studied very well. You are like first standard LKG like that and all told. What happened to that day? So the point is, even in a spiritual life, you have pass mark. You need to work hard to come into that pass mark, whether you will get rid of that. So please don't con yourself and try to con others. And I have seen this attitude in the prani killing circle. They look other person as worm. Oh, you are like lower than me. Oh, I am higher than you. And they go on scanning like idiots. Now what is required is compassion, kindness, and ability to understand others. This I have not seen with many people. So, if you want to do any kind of sadhana, ask yourself, are you doing 10 to 12 hours? If you are doing less on that, then I think you should tell yourself, I'm not going to get enlightened this lifetime. So don't waste your time, don't con others, don't irritate others by talking all unnecessary things. Actually, if your wife or husband or your parents were not there, you wouldn't have been as taken care by the others. And especially if you have broken marriages, broken family, if your parents are divorced, there is a lot of healing has to be done even before you come into this spiritual life. Don't get yourself conned. Many of the Tirthankars are Chakravartis. Many of the people have graduated their life in full force. So don't compare yourself with Ramana Maharishi. Don't compare yourself with these so-called great guys. And don't believe in this so-called idealistic nonsense that it's like telling, oh, I want to become a multi-billionaire. I want to become a multi-trillionaire. There are only 1 or 2 people who really become multi-billionaire. All the other people make probably lakhs of rupees itself with stuff. So don't waste your time in doing all these things and conning yourself again and again saying, oh, I want to get enlightened. Oh, this is the last birth I have. I hope the wheel of life stops. Nothing far from that. And remember a simple truth. Will you sit and sleep or will you lie down and sleep? That itself will tell you the difference. Thank you.